So I wasted my 8 years with online businesses, believing that I can make money off this, drop out to college, make 10 grand a month remotely anywhere in the world, so I don't have to go to classical path of get into college, get a job, get married, all that stuff, right? I believed in that and wasted 8 years. So in this video I will share what I did wrong, my mistakes and everything. So you don't have to do these mistakes and increase your chance of success. Basically getting the lesson without the scar. I get all the scars. I messed up bigly and massively, but I get the lesson. And also you can get the lesson without wasting 8 years and getting these scars and this much of pain. So let's get started, right? So let me put my camera here. So this is the kind of quality you can expect from this channel, right? Because I will not edit my videos mass bigly. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, let's get into it. So here is, I made you a sheet here, my mistakes and all the businesses that I started. In 2017, I started an Amazon FBA business. I was 18 years old back then, so you can do your math and find out my current age, but yeah, I just feel 20, right? What I did wrong with Amazon FBA, long story short, I ran this business for 2 years. I was in the college. I realized, like in my first year in the university, I realized it wasn't for me. I couldn't fit in the college. I didn't like, my major was computer engineering, but I didn't like it. The system, the educational system, I hate it. So I started looking ways online. So I started thinking, why people do get a job, or why do people go to university? Why I'm here? I started questioning that. Firstly, the first time in my life at the college. So I realized that it was to make money. Oh shit. Then I realized, okay, if I can make money with other ways, so I don't have to go to fucking college. Okay, so the problem will be solved. I was hating the college. Then I started looking ways online, how to make money online. And I realized there is Amazon FBA opportunity, which is you buy your products from China mainly, and you ship it to the United States, the Amazon FBA stores, and then you get your, like, you do your copywriting, you buy all the stocks, you pick the product, right? You do market research, you shoot your photos of your product, everything. You do everything. It's a complicated and expensive business, but I didn't know that. I thought that's the only way to make money online. Back in 2017, there wasn't a lot of like channels online, even though in Turkish, like not at all. But I'm from Turkey, by the way. So I started doing Amazon FBA. I started this right in my first year of the college. I wasn't going to college, right? I was just doing this full time. I learned it a lot. I just bought a course with my last like $200, $300. So after that, I bought a course. I worked like 12 hours a day, experiencing going on Alibaba. Like there wasn't Temu back then, it was Alibaba. It was AliExpress. I was looking there, finding products and seeing the demand, learning about supply and demand. So I don't have any business background. It was my first business. So I realized, okay, if I buy products from like $5 and if I can sell it to $20, I can make money with this. Long story short, my first product was a success. If you want, I can make a long video about it. I immediately, like in 3 or 4 months, started making about 6 figures. Then I loved it. I wasn't spending the money. I wasn't buying cars. I didn't buy anything. I just kept the money in the business. I was reinvesting all the money back in the business. So what happened is, after 2 years, I lost everything. What happened is, I made all this money and put it on one product and lose it all. I got greedy, and I didn't know how to manage risk, how to manage the product. So I lost it. So what is the lesson? You shouldn't have agreed. Okay. Set your budget and plan this and have more bullets to shoot. I was like, one shoot or I was gonna lose the business, and I actually shoot the bear, and the bear killed me. I couldn't kill the bear. I missed it. So even at the start, we don't know a lot about the business. There are a lot of variables that we can control, but also we can't control. Also, we don't know about it because we're just starting out. I didn't know, and I put all my money in the one bullet, and I missed it. Then I lost everything. So that sucked, right? That sucked. Then I couldn't start another Amazon FBA business because I lost all my money, and you need a capital to start a business in here. And there was an economic crisis in Turkey, all that stuff, but I lost everything that I have in 2 years. I was into college, right? So then I started an Amazon dropshipping business because I knew Amazon. The mistakes I made, I was making $700 a month passively, but I got I'm just workaholic. Only thing I do is work. Okay, it wasn't fully legal. I uploaded 14,000 products in 3 days, and I got caught and suspended from Amazon. So I lost everything again. My store, I couldn't start another store. I lost everything. Lesson here is learn the platform rules, play by the rules, and do not rush it. After that, I realized, okay, I don't have any money right now, so I have to find something where I don't have to buy a stock. I have to sell my time, so service-based business. So I started SMMA back in 2018. It was the same time as Iman Gadzhi. I'm sure you know him. So he was making $5,000 a month back then. Right now he's making like hundreds of millions of dollars, right? Yeah, he beat me. Bad. Sad, man. It's fucking sad, but yeah. Here we go. Back in 2018, it was getting so easy to get clients. So I was sending like 100 emails and I was getting 3 calls. I couldn't speak English. Like right now, my English isn't perfect yet, but it was so bad back then. And I was a 19-year-old teenager with no confidence, I was an introvert. I didn't like making calls with strangers, right? Even though with another country, I was making calls with another language, with the actual business owners who are making like $50,000 a month. I couldn't handle it. So what happened is I got 3 clients so fast because I just set up my first cold email campaign. I thought to myself, it is so stressful, bro. I was making cold calls and I was getting sales calls. I hated it too much, but also I was making it at the dormitory room while my roommate is sleeping because I was so afraid to make the calls, afraid of his judgment of me doing a sales call. I was like doing quiet sales calls. It was miserable days, dude. I was so afraid of what's going to happen, but I was trying. So I'm proud of myself back then, but yeah. I was a kid. I couldn't handle the pressure. At the same time, I was at the dorm room. My family didn't know that I dropped out to college. I not officially dropped out, but I wasn't going to college. It was free. So instead of that, I was getting scholarship from the university because I did a good score in SAT kind of exam in Turkey. So I was spending all the money I get from the scholarship to my businesses. So what happened is I couldn't handle the pressure. So I said to myself, instead of doing this fucking SMMA thing, doing cold calls, I would finish the college and get a job. It was way easier. Like making cold calls was a hell. So I said to myself, okay, I'm not doing this. Lesson is start slow. Rushing will increase the pressure, build the pain pressure and your pain tolerance slowly. Because I was a kid back then, not the person in front of you right now. So I can handle 100, I can do 500 cold calls right now. But I didn't have the mental capacity, the mental toughness back then. So you have to know yourself, what you're capable of. If you haven't done anything hard in your life, so if you're telling yourself, I will do 500 cold calls today, no, you won't. It will break you. So, lesson, start slow and build the pain pressure slowly. So that was my mistake back in 2018. And after that, I was like getting on the whole thing of what is the meaning of life, right? Because I made the money before I realized it wasn't the meaning at all. I couldn't withdraw the money from my bank account. I didn't buy anything to myself. Then I realized I didn't like, it's like material wealth. I didn't like show off with cars and with watches, all the stuff. Instead of that, I liked working on a business and progressing. But back then I thought to myself, okay, I'm definitely not going back to college, right? Because I hate it so much. So I have to make it online. I have to start a business. So what I can do is I love fitness. I was working out back then. I started working out in 2015. I had a decent body. I'm kind of jacked, but the lighting is not that good. Yeah, I look better, bro. I look better. Just trust me. In the real time, in the real life. So online fitness coaching, I did it for 3 years. Mistakes. I thought I'm from the States, so I was comparing myself with the native United States citizens who are doing this online. So if you're in the States, imagine, like, are you gonna buy fitness coaching from a guy who is like you, from John Smith, or from the Hindi guy, from the Indian guy who has a massive accent, right? With a bad camera quality and all that stuff. It's kind of racist, but you would buy it from the guy from the States. Same thing happened to me. So I bought a coaching for $7,000 because I had money saved up from the other businesses a little bit. So I was doing everything, bro. The 3 years I tried everything. I sent more than 10,000 cold DMs on Instagram from like manually. I did tons of actions, but I could only get 3 clients in 3 years. Then from my mentors back then, like guys are doing more than $200,000 with online fitness coaching, told me, Yusuf, you are doing everything right. I have clients doing half of you're doing and making 10-20 grand a month. So I think the problem here is your race, that you're from Turkey. People are realizing that, and the B2C market are judging you with where you're from. They want to work with guys they feel more comfortable with. So he said to me, I recommend you to go to B2B market, because if you make a business a certain amount of money, you can charge half of it or like 10% of it easily. They don't care, even if you just make the business money. So lessons learned, 3 years, right? The first lesson is, if you just stick to it, you hear it, consistency, and with sticking to one thing, it just won't work. Know when to switch. The business opportunity and where you're from, and you're like, everything matters, right? Everything, you're on your own, your journey is on your own, so you have to put a lot of action on it. Try it with your heart all the time, with all your best, and after that you gotta sit back and analyze what's going on, and according to that you have to make your choice. I'm not telling yourself to change your niche after 3 months, but after 12 months of massive action, you're not getting any results. You gotta ask. If you find a mentor, ask him, like, what's happening here? Why I'm not getting any results there? If you can fix anything, try more things. Go and try this. But in my situation, it wasn't that. It was people like people judging me. So if you're selling B2C, gotta look for if there are other foreigners doing it. So I challenge you right now, if you're telling my, I challenge you right now, right? Okay, go to YouTube, I go to Instagram, find a foreigner. I'm not telling people who are brought to States by they are 6 years old and can speak native language, English like a native language, or living in the States. I want you to find guys like me with an accent, with another from another country, not living in the States, doing this online fitness coaching thing full time. I couldn't find a single freaking person. I challenge you to do so. Just find one person. I'm not telling you the guys are doing YouTube, having 1 million subscribers there. That's the only path. I'm telling you to like general, right? Instagram online fitness coach. You upload reels, your stories, you get followers, maybe buy a little bit of ads in Instagram, message people there and get clients. Like the people are having like 10, maximum 20,000 followers on Instagram. There are the majority of people in the online fitness coaching industry are making more than 10 grand a month, like more than 6 figures. Because like you are becoming influencer. On the other hand, like I'm not a freaking influencer. I'm just trying to build my business. I'm not trying to be an influencer. That's another path, another business idea to build your YouTube channel. Maybe that was another path, but yeah, that was it. After 3 years, I said to myself, it's enough, right? I was telling myself, just stick to one thing, but I learned a lot of things here. I tried a lot of things. I bought a lot of courses. So after that, I tried lead generation with cold email for cybersecurity businesses. Why is that? Because in the meantime, in the college, I was working in a part-time in a company in the cybersecurity for 4 years. I was getting the money and I was spending all my money on the courses, getting better or the businesses. So what happened here is I got my 2 clients real fast and made $3,000 in my first month. So what we learned from here is in the last business, I was the same person, the same skill set, and it took me 3 years to make $3,000 in the online fitness coaching. But here, in the lead generation business, it took me just 30 days from the get-go to make my first $3,000. So sometimes making the switch matters. But also what we can learn from here is your business skills are what you keep. I made this money is so fast is because I had already failed like 3-4 businesses and I already know a lot about the business. I learned it. So business is all about experience and getting better at those skills. So that's another lesson. But again, I made another mistake here, which is it was costing me a lot to the tools in this lead generation business called email. I was spending $1,000 a month every single month, hard cost, to run 3 campaigns for myself and for my 2 clients. On top of that, I couldn't get results for my clients, and later that I realized there is no lead generation agency is getting results for cybersecurity businesses with cold email. Again, it was kind of impossible task. I was playing the game, but you just learn it after you do it. So I learned it, but I couldn't keep up the business because I didn't have the money, because I spent all my money with this. In 6 months, $6,000. On top of that, I bought like course for $5,000, something like that. And I lost all the savings I have. So I had to quit the business. That's another thing. Calculate your costs, okay? And B2B is easier as a foreigner because if you're making, basically you're selling $10 bills with and getting $2 instead of it. I'm telling you, I will give you $10,000 tomorrow, would you give me $2,000 today? It is guaranteed. You would. That's what I was doing here, and that's what is ROI offer is. I will make you money guaranteed, and you pay me after I do it. It's a no-brainer offer, and it is way easier to sell in the like if you compare it to fitness. Fitness, first you're selling to consumers, the citizens, the people. You have to they have a lot of emotions. You have to understand them. You have to tell them you can do it if you follow the plan, and I'm the guy to help you to do that. Do you cut a freaking deficit to lose weight? Like all the stuff, right? But in the B2B, you don't handle that. You're just proving yourself either with testimonials or with your skills that you can get results, or you will refund all the money back. So that's lessons learned. And after that, what happened is, again, I have to. The big thing happened here. I told you I was in the college, that I didn't go to college, but after all these years, all the friends I have graduated from the college. So, and for your understanding, that I just dropped one of the best colleges in Turkey. I could go to med schools free. I could become a doctor at this date after failing my fifth business. I could have 30 grand saved for my name because I worked 4 years part time. I spent and wasted, I spent all this time, all this money to fail all these businesses. And on top of that, I didn't have a degree or anything to show up for. So my friends started working as a doctors, as an engineers, they were in my same college. So I was thinking, I don't have any income. So what I'm going to do? Am I gonna DoorDash? But also, do not compare your country, the US, to Europe with Turkey. Things are way harder here. You are playing the easy game. Trust me, you don't know what's happening here in the Middle East. This is the freaking war zone. You don't know what's going on here. You cannot freaking imagine how hard it is. You don't know anything about here. If you're from Middle East, just comment below. Right. It's not easy as living in the US. Don't get mad, it is the reality. So what happened after that is, I had to get a degree because you just don't get a job without a degree, even though I had all these skills. Because people, the HR, the human resources are just freaking, I don't want to call them stupid, but the companies, the freaking system, I hate it. I hate the college educational system. I hate the job system. I hate all the freaking system. That's why I want to fight with them, with the business. But I got depressed because I failed a lot of businesses. All the money, I lost everything. I lost my scholarship. I lost everything the last year. So last year I sat and said to myself, what will we do? Because I cannot quit. I know it's freaking hard, but what is quitting? The suicide? What it is? Because I have to move forward, I have to make money. So again, I sat down and worked for the SAT kind of exam, the similar SAT, to get into college again, even though I hate it so much. So 6 months I studied the exam. I quit the business. I told myself I will never ever start a business ever freaking again. And you're getting spoiler here, so I will do it like this. I worked for it, then I get into college. So right now I have 3 years left to become a computer engineer, and this time I will finish my college because I learned my lesson on a hard way, which is you have to have a safety net, to safe place to fall, because there is no safe place to fall if you don't have a degree in our country, Turkey. In US, maybe you can make like 5 grand a month with Uber, DoorDash, maybe you can go to freaking boot camp for 6 months and get a six-figure cybersecurity job after that. We don't have it here. If you don't have a degree in Turkey, you're not getting a job for $1,000 a month. Like, even with a degree, in the best case scenario, you're starting with $2,000 a month job. Yeah, it's a hard country. For that reason, I told myself, okay, I have 3 years and it's kind of easier college. I told myself, okay, I will finish the college, and while doing it, my first priority is finishing the college, because in the worst case scenario, I want to be an engineer, so why not? Or like worst case scenario, I don't want to be dead. So what I'm gonna do, bro? Just starve to death to my like what? Right? For that reason, first priority is the college, and the second priority I was looking for. Okay, I have 3 years, but I cannot. But bro, past 8 years, like look what I did. I'm not mentioning I can bench like 400 pounds. I can deadlift like almost 700 pounds. I'm a professional, like amateur pro boxer. I was like my state champion. I can play guitar very good. Like, all I did in the past 8 years was getting better at my craft, getting better at the skills. I didn't play video games, I didn't watch TV series, I didn't scroll on Instagram. All I did was getting better at some sort of skill. So I have 3 years, and this one job, like finish being a student, is a freaking easy thing. I need one more thing to do. So I will spend 4,000 hours probably on something in these 3 years. So I sat down and think, what can I do in these 3 years? If I spend on getting better at computer engineer, I realize market isn't rewarding better computer engineers in my country. They're just looking how many years of experience you have and which college you graduated from. They're not checking your skills. The HR. So right now, bro, in cybersecurity, I'm good, but I cannot get a job. Why? Because they don't freaking care about the skills at the first place. They don't even talk to me because I don't have a degree. They don't even check my skills. What happens if I apply a job in US or Europe? They immediately decline it because I'm from Turkey and I don't have a degree. Even if I have a degree, I have like 5% of the chance of getting the job because they have to pay my sponsorships and etc. to even hear about my skills. So working this is like, you have to be grateful from where you're from if you're in the first world country. This is the hardship we are going through. So if so, do not ever compare yourself to me, Iman Gazzi. You're from the freaking UK, bro. You don't even know what it's like to be here. What would happen if Iman Gazzi born in India or even in Turkey? I don't think he would make it. I think he would be a classic path of becoming an engineer at Max. That's what I believe, but we can't know. He succeeded now, but yeah, whatever it is, I'm not jealous. I'm proud of him. So I thought to myself, okay, so what I can spend was 4,000 hours on, which is going to be a business, because with the business I can get a chance of, even I make $3,000 a month consistently, I can work anywhere in the world and make $3,000. I cannot do it with my computer engineer degree. In the first 5 years of doing that, I have to get some experience in it, and I can maybe get a remote job doing that. But if I spend my 3 years building my business, after graduating, I can just go wherever I want and build my businesses from that point. For that reason, I will start a business. But with all these mistakes, the past 3 weeks, I was thinking about which business should I start, and I came to conclusion of freelance copywriting. Why is that? Because I got experience in copywriting. With the Amazon FBA, I was writing copy of my products. With online fitness coaching, I was writing copywriting of my YouTube scripts, the VSLs, my sales calls. Everything you sell is copywriting. You just try to get attention, sell something, either your ideas or your products or your sales call. So I got experience with copywriting. I read a lot of books. I bought a lot of courses. So I know a lot about copywriting. And I also know a real good mentor. Maybe I will reveal his name in the future if you want. Also, it's a fundamental business skill. So if I master copywriting, it's a fundamental skill. I can build my skills on top of that and build my skills and my offer that I sell. But also there are a lot of people, like foreigners, making 6 figures with it. The foreigners is important. Maybe you don't understand, but it is freaking important. Also, it doesn't cost more than $100 a month to me, because right now I'm a student. I don't want to spend more than $100 a month. Like in my previous business, I had to quit because I was spending $1,000 and I couldn't afford it. So with $100 a month mark, I can do it for 3 years without getting paid. That's an upside, because I know if I stick to one business model for 3 years, if I just get better at it, I know I will make it work. Even though it is saturated, even though there are a lot of people making it. So every business vehicle is like that. You just have to grow as an entrepreneur. Also, I enjoy it more than doing sales calls. Also, I didn't mention, but I had a sales job. Yeah, a lot of things, bro. Never mind. So, and yeah, my goal is sticking it for 12 months and work at least 4 hours a day, because I'm a student. I will prepare for the exams, but I will probably work like 6 hours on average every single day on this, because I like my business more. I will go to college, come back, maybe study 1 to 2 hours, and then all my weekends and all the time I have will be go to my business, because I have nothing else to do. Maybe we can talk about it in another mindset video, but yeah, that's only what I do. I'm kind of mentally sick. Not sick, but that's who I am. I just work. I don't know why. I don't enjoy video games. I don't enjoy watching series like Game of Thrones, like bullshit series that you like. I don't like them. Yeah. That's what it is. And in this channel, what you're gonna see is me sharing my experience with the businesses that I'm going through. I had a previous businesses, but I had like little bit followers. I want to keep this little bit secret. That's why I'm starting a new channel right now. And also I like going back and looking at the videos, what I was thinking back then. For example, I was like curious about, I just checked it out, why I started lead generation business for cybersecurity. I watched my video and I understood that, okay, now it's making sense. That's why I'm doing this, but also I will share my progress. When I got my first client, second client, when I hit $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, I don't know how long it will take. I will share my progress. I will share my downfalls, the bad clients, all the experience I will have with this. I know we will have a lot of struggles. It's the business. We have to work through that. But yeah, goal is at least sticking it for 12 months. But the goal is 3 years with this copywriting and making it $10,000 a month, bro. I spent 3 years. If I don't make, like, even though I don't make any money in 3 years, but after that, if I make consistently $10,000 a month, I'm okay with it, because people are spending 4 years in the college to make $2,000 a month for their whole life. So I think that's a good deal. That's a good freaking deal. I will do that. And yeah, share my progress with you. That was it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe 2 people watching this channel. I like you guys, and I will see you at another video. Peace out.